What's going on, Chuckleheads? I am out here at Mesker Woods in Evansville, Indiana. I've played here a few times because my mom lives in the area, but it's been a few years, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to be kind of playing blind. Let's go ahead and get started. I am on hole 1. Sign says it's 216. UDisc says it's 162. I'm just going to take one of my west side crowns, put it on a nice flat, slight anti-line. It is slightly downhill once you get over this ridge right here. And yeah, let's see if we can get a birdie on the first hole. I think I hit a tree short, but should be a look in circle 2. Okay, on to hole 2. Sign says it's 456 feet. UDisc says 358. Either way, it's still a par 3. Downhill. Pretty tight fairway. I'm going to be throwing my Emac Truth. Just try and throw it on a nice flip up hyzer. Let it glide down there. Well, looks like that Truth went past the basket a little bit. See if we have a little bit of a comeback putt to get the par. Okay, hole 3, sign says 252, UDisc says 218. Pretty sure it's just over this ridge line up here. I don't know if you can see it because of my big head. I believe it's a slight hyzer, but I'm going to do a flick with my Truth just to get around some of the trees and get over the hill. Okay, so I'm right here, kind of just behind me. This green does slope behind the basket a little bit, so I'm just going to lay it up for the 3. Okay, hole 4 is a par 3. UDisc says 203, sign says 240, but it's a little bit past this tree right here. Oh, sit. That was a crazy reaction. Okay, hole 5, UDisc says it's 264, sign says 321. It does play a little bit uphill and I believe back downhill. Red Waterloo Disc Golf Club stamped Emac Truth. Alright, hole 6, UDisc says it's 182, sign says it's 210. Pretty much dead straight, gotta fight through some guardian trees. I'm gonna throw my Emac Truth just short of the basket, see if I can't skip it up there. no, come back. What? Okay, hole 7 is UDisc says 347, sign says 327, plays downhill to the right a little bit. Let's see if I can do a flick with probably my Explorer, see if I can just get it to hold straight and then fade out to the right. Looks like I hit a tree about halfway through the fairway. Okay, hole 8 is a par 4, 438 feet. You play through this gap right here, and then it slowly fades down to the right. I believe it fades a little bit downhill too. I'm going to go with my Infinite Discs Dynasty. Okay, hole 9, UDisc says it's 431, sign says 400, it's a par 4. You gotta play up through here. I'm probably just gonna pitch through and then pitch up, see if I can't get my 3. West side crown. Okay, so the crown ended up actually in a pretty good landing spot. I thought it was going to be a little bit too early and too short. I think I'm going to try and pitch up with my orange EMAC Truth. Hole 10, sign says 312, UDisc says 322. It's a slight dog leg to the right. I'm going to be throwing a flick and just try and miss one of these trees that's like right in the middle of the fairway. You have to choose either left or right side of it. Either way will work. I'm going to go with my Latitude 64 Explorer. Well, looks like my Explorer ended up shorter than I thought it would. Got a deep C2, maybe just outside C2 putt. Probably just lay it up for the 3. Hole 11 plays slightly uphill, about 7 feet according to the sign, and it's about 225 feet, par 3. Alright, I'm going to go with my EMAC Truth. Okay, on to hole 12. Sign says 185, UDisc says 158. Sign also says it's about a 6-foot elevation drop. in. Oh, sit, sit. Okay, hole 13, sign says it's 441 and a 15-foot elevation gain. UDisc says it's 307, but I don't know. I think it's more closer to the 441. It is a par 4. Do kind of a high ante with the EMAC Truth. So I'm right up here somewhere. It would be nice to be a little bit further down the fairway and see if I can do a little bit of a flex line with the Dynasty. Hole 14, par 3, sign says 351 with a 14-foot elevation loss, and UDisc says it's 291. I might just throw my EMAC Truth, throw it dead straight, and then let it fade in. Hole 15, both the sign and UDisc say it's about 230, 231. The sign says it is also a 9-foot elevation gain. It plays over this road and a slight hyzer to the left. I think I'm going to throw my Bobcat. Hole 16, UDisc says it's 404, sign says 440, and a 25-foot elevation loss. It's down this tight little fairway right here. Let's see if I can pump that Truth down there again and just let it hold dead straight. Oh no. Well, that's going to be deep in the woods. Okay, so this is going to be a difficult shot not only to execute, but to also film. Well, I think that worked out too well, because I think it went past the basket on the hill. Yeah, there's no way I was going to run that. Hole 17, par 3, sign says it's 330 with a 10-foot elevation gain, and UDisc says it's about 349. I'm going to be throwing my Infinite Discs Dynasty. Alright, I'm going to flick my harp up there. Kind of continues going to the right. Hole 18 is a par 3. Sign says 300 feet with a 4-foot elevation gain. UDisc says it's 283. Let's throw dead straight with my EMAC Truth. Okay, this is to stay even par. Well, I ended up even par for the round. Few bogeys, few birdies. Great course to play. Overall, I'd probably say this is a 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. It's got some really challenging fairways, some very specific landing zones, and some rough if you get into the woods. Appreciate y'all watching, Chuckleheads. Go ahead and stay tuned for the next one. I'll probably do another one here in Evansville before I head back down to Texas. And go ahead and like and subscribe. Go ahead and keep on chucking, you Chuckleheads.